Hi guys, how you doing? Hopefully you're doing okay. I'm going to read through the full article here. There's a link in the description. I'm sure you'll hear about this from various sources before long if you haven't already. This is breaking news in regards to the scumbag that you see in front of you, Darrell Brooks, the guilty scumbag that killed 6 people and injured a further 61 during the Waukesha parade. He was found guilty of those deaths, of those injuries. He was found guilty last month. Today, we're looking at this because he has been sentenced. And as we can see, he's been sentenced to 6 life sentences. In addition to that, he's received an additional 762 years for the dozens of people he's injured. 6 life sentences, 1 life sentence each for each of his 6 victims, and a further 762 years for the dozens of people that he injured. Good. I'm happy with that. I would have been happier with the death penalty, but I'll settle for 6 life sentences and 762 years in jail. Of course, full condolences to all of the victims, all of the families of the victims, the whole community devastated by this incident, by this absolute evil psychopathic buffoon that did what we saw. We all saw clips of the actual event in place of this scumbag bowling through the parade. So I'm very glad to be able to report that he's got the sentence that he has. I'm going to play this short video. So there is audio. So let's have a look at this. This is Judge Darrell passing on some words to Darrell Brooks Jr., the scumbag that will spend the rest of his life in jail.
On evil. Child trauma, bipolar, indifference, physical abuse of a child, or even childhood trauma did not cause Darrell Brooks to commit the acts for which he will be sentenced here today. It is very clear to this court that he understands the difference between right and wrong, and that he simply chooses to ignore his conscience. He is fueled by anger and rage. Some people, unfortunately, choose a path of evil. And I think, Mr. Brooks, you are one of those such persons.
Okay, I quite liked those words from the judge, Judge Darrell. I mean, if I understood correctly, she's saying that whether or not people suffer from mental illness, you know, even if you do suffer from bipolar disorder or schizophrenia or whatever it happens to be, there's still a choice. There are still choices that are made. And this scumbag, Darrell Brooks Jr., chose evil, chose to ignore all of the wrongdoing, all of the harm that he causes his victims. So I think I appreciate those words, because I do struggle with the concept as to whether or not mental illness is evil or includes evil or gives a pass to evil. I'm not really articulating that very well. But again, Darrell Brooks Jr., the scumbag that killed 6 people, injured a further 70 plus people, dozens more people in the Waukesha parade, he's ineligible for parole. He's going to spend every last living day in jail. So I'm going to wrap things up just by mentioning the names of the victims, those that had their lives taken away by this scumbag. So the victims that lost their lives include Virginia Sorensen, 79 years of age, Liana Owen, 71 years of age, Tamara Durand, 52 years of age, Jane Kulich, 52 years of age, Wilhelm Hospel, 81 years of age, and Jackson Sparks, 8 years of age. A further 61 were injured, which includes 18 children. And again, of course, the whole community of Waukesha, the whole community sullied by this tragedy, this act of evil, by this guy who has the gall to defend himself. I didn't follow the trial. I know a lot of you guys will have done. I'm not going to claim to be an expert at this whole case. But I don't know, it just seems arrogant and irrational for this buffoon to have attempted to defend himself. It seems that he does not comprehend what he has done, the devastation that he's caused so many families and entire community. It seems like he doesn't get it. It seems like, you know, it's no big deal to him. What's the big fuss all about? Six life sentences, an additional 762 years in jail, no chance of parole. I'll add something else into there. I think he'd be lucky if he spends the next 5 years in jail, frankly. See what I'm doing there? I'm making an insinuation, aren't I? I think he'd be lucky if he spends 5 years in jail, meaning I don't think he's going to be a part of this world for too much longer. That's my guess, probably my biased hope. I hope that he has plenty of opportunity to mingle in the yard with the general population of whichever institution he finds himself housed in. And I hope that the other inmates are able to have a nice little cozy chat with Darrell Brooks Jr. and express how they feel about his actions. The day that he drove through, that he chose to enact evil upon so many innocent people, when he chose to drive through the Waukesha parade, killing 6, injuring 61. I would like to know, I would like to be able to come back and read an update, read a new article telling us that indeed this scumbag did have a nice little chat with various other members of the facility that he's housed in. And they had a rather heated debate. And he came up a little bit worse for wear. I'd love to be able to report that. I hope I will. But for now, I'm going to wrap things up. If you appreciate the coverage, please do like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Take care.